And good evening from Washington. The willful blindness of the left in the wake of terror attacks. That's tonight's angle. Every time there's a terror attack, liberal politicians and their partners in the media come down with a sudden case of amnesia. They react as if random jihadi attacks have never happened before. Yesterday, this Uzbek immigrant mows down innocent people in New York, yells Allahu Akbar at the top of his lungs, and leaves a series of notes in Arabic suggesting he murdered in the name of ISIS, and yet some in the press are left scratching their heads.
Becky, why would he have an animus toward the United States?
What? Might as well ask, as an Uber driver, why would he have anger toward us? Some will do anything to avoid the elephant in the room. We've allowed adherents of a poisonous strain of radical Islam to enter the United States, and they're plotting to kill our citizens, whom they consider to be apostates. But why learn from the past and grapple with reality when we can be comforted by Stephen Colbert?
Tomorrow and the next day, New Yorkers will wake up to new details about what happened. But tomorrow and the next day, New Yorkers will also wake up and keep going. Because in an uncertain world, one thing is for sure. New Yorkers will never live in fear.
And if that bromide doesn't calm your nerves, today Mayor de Blasio picked up where Colbert left off.
We understand this was an attack on our values. It was an effort to break our spirit. But as an effort to break our spirit, it failed.
But of course New Yorkers are resilient. They survived and rebuilt after 9/11, Mayor. But this misses the entire point. Why must any American suffer or die to satisfy the liberal dogma of diversity? Remember, this Uzbek murderer got here through the diversity visa program. It's a kind of immigrant Powerball. It allows 50,000 or so winners a fast pass to citizenship and access to all our government freebies. Today, following the New York terror attack, the president resumed his call to end the diversity visa program.
I am today starting the process of terminating the diversity lottery program. We want a merit-based program where people come into our country based on merit. And we want to get rid of chain migration.
Now, the president's talking sensible immigration policy, but the left, of course, wants to demonize him or just talk about their own agenda.
The notion that you want to focus on a visa waiver program or a extreme vetting, politicize this tragedy in the morning after, I think that's a sad day for this country.
The president's tweets, I think, were not helpful. I don't think they were factual. I think they tended to point fingers and politicize the situation. I think it is madness, the number of assault weapons that we have in this country. I hope one day we'll have a federal policy that actually brings sanity to the gun policy laws in this country.
Gun policy laws? What is he talking about? Since the terrorist instrument of choice, of course, was a rented truck, should we ban them as well, Governor? Now, the reason these folks avoid the truth or divert our attention to these side topics every time we experience a terror attack is because the reality, the current situation, conflicts with their own warped worldview. The government's chief responsibility is to secure the homeland, which in turn protects the freedoms that we all enjoy. But on the left, there is one value that seems to trump all others, even safety. It's the D word.
All of those immigrants make America more American. That diversity that we have is a strength in our country.
We are the best problem solvers in the world. Our diversity is a strength.
This is the cult of diversity, and it's led us to this dangerous program without which 8 innocent people would be alive today. Now, remember what Chuck Schumer said back in 2006 in defense of the visa lottery.
In fact, my city of New York has dramatically benefited from this program, and diverse countries such as Ireland, Poland, Nigeria have had large numbers of immigrants be able to come, settle roots, and really help the diversity of New York and the diversity of America.
Yeah, I mean, he left out Uzbekistan on that list. Well, tears flowed down Senator Schumer's cheeks. Remember back in January when the Muslim immigrants were affected by the president's travel ban? Well, where were his tears today? People don't need politicians' crocodile tears or their cliches. Congress must act and stop this madness. Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell, rather than losing sleep over the fate of the DACA kids, they should shut down this diversity visa farce now, before another American or tourist to our country dies. And that's the angle. Joining us now is Senator